for your business on Facebook. Okay, you're interrupting them with an ad. All right, and if you're going to ask yourself, well, what do you advertise? It really comes down to information, right? You're on Facebook. What are you doing on Facebook, and what will interrupt your attention? And think of the user, all right, the active user. You're on Facebook. You're scrolling through your news feed. You're looking for updates from friends, family, acquaintances, and all of a sudden, an ad pops up. Well, it has to be valuable information, right? And what information do you want to be advertising? Well, you want to be advertising a very specific kind of information, all right? So the biggest mistake that a lot of people make is they advertise information on their business, right? #1 company in Forbes, or entrepreneur.com, fastest growing company.
Sorry, guys. So our platform here crashed. We're experimenting. It's the first time we're doing it. We will get the information to you. You are not. Say hi. What's up? Chef, can you hear me okay? I'm having trouble getting Sebastian back on the line. Sweet, guys. Appreciate your patience. It's kind of a tech train wreck here, but we'll get it handled. Let me see. Invite guest again. Sweet. Let me see. Come on, Sebastian. You can do it. Sebastian can't make it back on for some reason. So you see, guys, even we struggle with technology sometimes. And someone's trying to call me right now. No. All right, just talking. Bear with us, guys. Hey, guys. How's it going? The joys of technology. Absolutely, Jenny. You try something new for the first time, and no matter how many times you test it, when it actually counts, it goes all crazy. But I want to get these PPC secrets now. I'm committed to. Let's see. I think Sebastian's back on. Maybe I'll get Chef back on too.
Really?
All right, it's going to turn into a party now. Turn into a party now.
Hey, Ferny.
Hey. So let's see if we can make it a threesome.
In Montreal, we call that ménage à trois.
Oh, there you go. We got Sebastian now. We're live. We're live, guys. All right.
You guys hear me okay?
Yeah, you guys
Yeah,
in the
this
computer
is
hear us
fun.
okay? Because we're gonna do a whole reset on this training right now. You guys ready?
I'm ready. You guys ready?
Let's see if the community can hear us. All right, I think we're ready. All right. Well, guys, welcome to the Daily Dose of Awesome. This is Ferny Ceballos. We're doing a redo here. We're having some tech issues. We're about 15 minutes in, but thanks for sticking around with us. So I'm going to hand it over to Sebastian. This is the first time doing Facebook Live for this Daily Dose of Awesome, so there's some tech issues. But this is episode 325 kicking off. PPC Secrets with Sebastian Assaf, our training coach. Take it away, brother, our traffic coach.
Episode 325. That's really cool. That's really cool. But the first one on Facebook Live, I just want to reiterate that. I'm very proud of that. Yeah, guys, I was I was going over the information and it was like cutting in and out. So I'm going to start back from the beginning. And really just I'm going to talk about just some basics of Facebook pay-per-click. Because a lot of members in this community, it's your first time advertising online, it's your first time running ads on Facebook, and there's some foundational stuff that you need to grasp and learn so that you can move forward and evolve with your advertising. There's just some basic stuff that you need to get covered. So I'm going to go over that in this call. Next week I'll go over some more advanced stuff. But I'm going to cover some basic stuff, and the reason why is because you need to have this foundational understanding of what you're doing, why you're doing it, and how to do it effectively. Okay, so this, I got inspired to do the basics because of what I was seeing. What I was seeing people, running ads for the first time doing, the questions that they've been having. So I really hope that this is going to serve a lot of you. And like I said, next week I'm going to go into a little bit of some more advanced stuff. So, guys, first and foremost is why are you going to want to do Facebook pay-per-click advertising? It's twofold. One, why Facebook? Well, it's a network that has, according to Statista.com, 226 million active users in North America, 1.7 billion active users across the world. So it's a huge network. Everyone knows Facebook, right? It's the site that everybody is on, right? And there's been the movie, The Social Network, made about it, and I don't have to get into any more promotion of what value of Facebook is, but pay-per-click specifically is going to be leverage. When you decide to expose your business, right, or advertise your business, you have two ways that you can do. You can invest your time, or you can invest your money. And with pay-per-click, because you're investing funds to expose your business, you have ads that can be running while you're doing something else. So it really does free up your time, right? And I know that a lot of you have lives. You're busy. You're doing this marketing part time. You either have a full time job, maybe some family, kids, and other responsibilities. And so to invest hours and hours every day can be less motivating than just 10 minutes, 15 minutes a day. And so that's really why you want to be learning this type of advertising. Now, the second question that comes up is, what are you going to be advertising on Facebook, right? A lot of people make the mistake of advertising their business. But I come back to a quote again and again. I got this quote through Ferny. It's in, I believe it's referenced in AMF, but it's Perry Marshall's quote: "Nobody who ever bought a drill wanted a drill, they wanted a hole. So if you want to sell drills, advertise information on making holes, not drills." Everybody's advertising their company. Fastest growing company in 2016, number one on the Forbes or the Inc. 100 list, and nobody cares, right? So what they care about is solving their problems, right? And so if they have a problem and they want to make a hole and they don't know how to make a hole, well, then you have to advertise information on how to do that and position whatever your business or your opportunity or your product or service is as the best possible way, or the fastest or easiest or so forth, solution to solving their problem. So I'll come back around with that in a moment, because Elite Marketing Pro obviously has provided some stellar content, some stellar information that so you don't even have to create your own information if you're part of the Elite Marketing Pro community, which is something that's absolutely incredible. But where are you going to be advertising? Facebook has 5 places that you can advertise, 3 of which are on Facebook, 2 of which are off Facebook. All right, and the ones that are on Facebook, you're either in one of 3 places. On the newsfeed, okay, so either on the newsfeed on their desktop computer, or on their mobile phone, that includes tablets, or on the desktop right-hand side. On the right-hand column, when you're looking in your newsfeed, there's little ads there as well. And 2 places off Facebook now. One is Instagram, and one is the Audience Network. Now, if you're starting off, I recommend focusing on, especially if you're using the strategy that I'm going to be talking about, which is native advertising, start off and just focus on only 2 of the 5. Focus on the desktop and the mobile newsfeed. The reason why is because if you're advertising information, most people's eyeballs are on the newsfeed on Facebook. Instagram itself is another strategy. It's a whole other game if you want to start learning about that. That's a little bit more advanced. And Audience Network is really tricky. To my understanding, Audience Network is any application that has a partnership with Facebook to run ads on their app. So what I've noticed from a lot of members is if they select Audience Network, they'll get seemingly really good results in terms of how much they're paying for a click, and I'll talk a little bit more about that in a moment. But the clicks don't turn into leads and sales, which is what you want for your business. And the reason why is because there's very little control over what state of mind the person is in who's clicking on the ad. What type of ad, like what does it look like on the Audience Network? You don't really know because it looks like however the application is presenting it. So I recommend focus on just 2, the desktop newsfeed and the mobile newsfeed. All right, and here's the really cool thing is you can advertise specific times of the day, but you know what? I advertise any time of the day. The greatest feeling is waking up and looking at your account and seeing that overnight while you were sleeping, someone on the other side of the world opted in for one of your offers and became a lead, or even better, you generated a commission while you were sleeping. It's one of the best feelings. It's hard to describe. Everyone in the community who's done it has posted and celebrated because it really is an amazing feeling. So who do you advertise to is a question that comes up again and again and again. And simply advertise to people who are already buying what you have to offer, right? So if you're in network marketing, well, then you want to advertise to network marketers because you don't have to go through the process of explaining the business model. They already know the model. And people who are already buying what you have to offer, including network marketers, some people have the objection saying, well, why would I advertise to network marketers if they are already in a network marketing company? What I've noticed is that a lot of people who already are in a company, not all of them are completely committed to their company. And a lot of them are searching for information or will respond to the information that you're putting out because they're not being provided that type of value where they are right now. All right, they're not being taught marketing. They're not being taught these types of strategies. So keep that in mind, because if you can serve someone, then and if you can serve them better than they're being served already, then they will naturally be attracted to you and what you have to offer. All right, and with Elite Marketing Pro, there are many valuable things that you can offer them. So it brings me to the final question: is how are you going to do all of this, right? And one of the main things that a lot of people are not doing that we are doing is native advertising. All right, native advertising is not a new type of advertising. It's a very old model of advertising, but it's advertising that works very, very well on Facebook because it's advertising that is shown as valuable content. All right, it's presented as valuable content. And so people can consume this content, and you see it on Facebook all the time. People posting, sometimes it's silly stuff, but sometimes it's blog posts. And blog posts, people, if they get value out of them, they'll like, comment, and share. And when people like, comment, and share, well, then you get extra exposure, more than what you actually are paying for. So by promoting valuable content, you're giving yourself the opportunity to get that extra exposure. People respond better to it, and Facebook will reward you, because Facebook wants relevant content on their network for their viewers, for their active users. And by promoting that, you can promote advertising that Facebook will reward you for, compared to other people who are just trying to promote their business and have ads that people don't appreciate. Our ads, people actually appreciate them because they're content on how to solve their problems, and they lead them through a sequence. All right, and so I'm referencing Elite Marketing Pro's blog and their blog posts. Okay, and so, and I'm just checking the comments here to see. I thought some stuff just came in. We're good. When you promote the blog posts are designed to give valuable content, but ultimately to turn that viewer, that reader, into a lead through the Elite Marketing Pro system. All right, through their autoresponders, they have capture pages and lead magnets that are designed to convert visitors into leads into sales, and continue sales into upsells, which mean more commissions for you, and which also take a lot of the heavy lifting off any of the advertising you need to do, because you don't need to focus on how to convert your clicks into leads and sales. You can let Elite Marketing Pro's blog posts take care of that, and just focus on getting good at driving traffic from Facebook through this content. And so it really comes down to three things. All right, having a campaign. And for a campaign, my recommendation is a clicks to website campaign, at least to start off. The reason why is because I find it to be a little bit simpler to set up. And when it comes to doing a process called split testing, which I don't have time to get into right now, I'll go over that probably next week. It makes it a little bit easier to split test as well. All right, so what you want to do is you want to set up one campaign, ideally to start off with clicks to website campaign. And here's a really key mindset that you need to have around advertising and investing your money is you want to have a consistent budget that you can allocate to your advertising every month. All right, if you're going to think about this and you're going to do this seriously, you need to have a budget. Don't think of it as a lottery mindset and hoping that you're going to put an ad out and it's gonna bring back an ROI of 100 or 200% right out of the gate. Okay, it might take some time to learn and get it down right, but if you have a consistent budget that you put towards every month, maybe you're starting off and you only have a few $100s, right? But if you set yourself a goal to 10 times that, to make it a few $1,000s, well, then what's going to happen is eventually you're going to get good at it, and eventually you're going to generate leads and sales. And if you have that consistent budget that you're allocating every month, well, then once you start getting those sales, add that to your ad budget for the following month, and that's how you can start scaling up and having more and more and more invested. And you will learn how to how to get more bang for your buck, how to increase your ROI. You will learn that, but you have to be consistent about it. So that's the probably the number one secret I could share on this call, the mindset to approach your advertising with, is to have that consistent budget, regardless of what your initial results are. And then continue, just have one ad set. What your ad set is your audience. Start with somewhat of a broad audience. It doesn't have to be super specific right out of the gate. When I start off with an audience, I usually start it off kind of wide. I have a wide age range, 25 and up. Some people like better 35 and up. Depends, who your age range, who your ideal prospect is. I usually do North America to start, one country, but you can advertise to multiple countries, and a couple of interests that are related to your product or service or opportunity. Okay, think leaders, think books, think programs, think online systems, think magazines. Okay, and finally, once you've identified your audience, then set yourself one ad one headline, one image, and start with that. And then let it run for a little bit. My recommendation initially is let it run till, at least a few thousand views to get some data to be able to analyze and see how it's working. And then it really just comes down to process split testing, which I'll get into more next week because I think we're about at time right now. But then you can do this process split testing, because once you have that initial data, well, you can analyze it and say, well, how did I do? How much did I pay for the clicks that I generated? Out of those clicks that I generated, did I generate leads? If I did generate leads, did I generate sales? And what can I do differently in a new ad or a new target, a new audience to improve those results? And it really just comes down to that. So that's the process of split testing. I'll touch more on it next week. But I hope that you took away something from the idea of having a consistent budget and taking this very seriously, because that will allow you to scale and move forward and grow. And that will give you the results that you're looking for in your business and help you hit those goals that you have. So that's it for me for today. I hit about time right now. I'll pass it back to Ferny and Chef. If you guys have any comments on that, I hope you guys can take something away from that.
Yeah, absolutely, Sebastian. I mean, I view advertising, at least your first few $100s that you're investing, as a investment in yourself, investment in acquiring a new skill. But it doesn't have to take very long for you to start getting results. In fact, in the description of this video here, I've actually included a link to a blog post that actually goes into how native advertising works. And essentially, it's content-based marketing, like Sebastian explained. And it actually will share some case studies with you on one of my most successful ads that I ended up investing, I think, over the course of 6 months, about $9,000 in advertising. That might sound scary when I say $9,000, but the fact that it brought in $141,000 plus in sales in those 6 months is pretty huge. I mean, who wouldn't trade, $1 and get back $14? Essentially, that's what it was. And so when you have that ROI, you can pretty much generate leads endlessly forever. And so there's more information on that. Click on the link above. And I appreciate you, Sebastian, for taking the time to be here. And we'll be back tomorrow, hopefully tech issue free, with our Facebook Live, 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern. Take care, everybody. Have an awesome day.